Is Deborah Yedlin, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. Deborah, thanks a lot for joining us. This obviously has to be front of mind for Calgary, I should say, Calgary business leaders and people in the Calgary business community. What kind of things are they saying to you about the tariff threat?
Well, everybody's very concerned about what this means, obviously, for the energy sector. You know, we are where the energy sector is headquartered. We have the 5 largest energy companies headquartered in Calgary, and this threat of a tariff is being taken very seriously and with huge concern.
What do you make of the argument that the U.S. Simply can't do without Canadian energy coming from Western Canada and Alberta, and that calmer heads will prevail on this topic?
Well, we're certainly hoping calmer heads will prevail, but the reality is that the U.S. refining complex is very addicted to a couple of things. One is our heavier barrels, because they can refine a wider crude slate of products out of those barrels. It's cheap because it's in Canadian dollars, and they also already buy it at a discount because we don't have enough egress into other markets. And so there's a threefold increase in terms of what we export into the United States versus what they upgrade and sell again to other customers. So to try and say that this is an expensive, that we're somehow to blame, is disingenuous. The reality is the U.S. has been getting a very good deal on our oil, and they have been for a long time. And quite frankly, the refiners are quite happy to have those low-priced inputs because their margins are fatter.
The Chamber, with you quoted prominently, of course, recently released a statement in which the Chamber strongly opposed retaliatory measures taken by Canada, including export taxes or restrictions on oil and gas shipments to the United States. Tell us why.
Well, I think that, first of all, if you do widespread retaliation, then it's basically a race to the bottom. But the second thing is, there's this notion that you can just turn off a tap and restrict exports. It actually doesn't work that way. The pipes are full. You back up the volumes to the wellhead, and the wellhead has to be shut in because there is no storage. This is something that the reality is it's not possible. So to even think that this is a tool that we could be using is showing a lack of understanding of how the energy sector actually works.
There are many Calgary businesses that are secondarily exposed to the energy sector. In other words, they have as customers the big energy producers. How are they feeling about all of this?
The amount of unease right now in Calgary and throughout Alberta, quite frankly, because there's a lot of small businesses that support the energy sector, in the rural parts of the province. And so, what does this mean for capital investment? What will the companies have to do? Are we actually going to have to be looking at lower production and lower volumes being sent in the United States? There's a lot of concern. And just think about it this way. I mean, we have, 42% of exports into the United States actually come from small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses across the country. That's actually quite significant. So this is an impact of that's going to be felt by businesses across the country. And then from an employment standpoint, it's also significant. I think what we have to realize is that about 40% of the energy sector employees are outside Alberta. So 230,000 odd employees across the country, 40% are outside Alberta. So this is something that is going to affect not just the province, but the country as a whole. And so everybody's very concerned about what the impact could be.
Thank you very much, Deborah Yedlin, President and CEO.